Hey, y'all ain't subscribed yet? Man, like, share, subscribe. Hit that like button right now.
At ease, man. Like the brothers said, our people are taught to hate their own selves and love their oppressors. Proverbs 3:31, read.
Proverbs chapter 3 verse 31.
Bring it out.
Envy thou not the oppressor.
God says you so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American should not envy your oppressor. The Spaniards that came and conquered you, the so-called white men that came and conquered you. God says do not envy those people. Don't try to dress like them. Dye your hair like them. Dress like them. All these different things we try to assimilate. My brother right here. My sister. What's your nationality, my sister? Put my hands. Habla inglés o solamente español? You speak English? You speak English, sis? Okay. The so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, we're trying to teach our people their true nationality. You're not black. You're not Hispanic. You're not Puerto Rican. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 20 or Deuteronomy 1:1. The Bible's not written to everybody. The Bible's written to a chosen group of people, the Israelites. And let's see who those Israelites are. 1:1, read.
Deuteronomy chapter 1 verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Moses wasn't speaking to everybody. The Bible's not speaking to everybody. It says these be the words which Moses spake to all Israel. You so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. You are the Israelites. Give me Deuteronomy 28:15. But why are we living like we're not God's people? Why are we living in the hoods? Why do we have to work pennies on a dollar? Why are we gang banging? Why are we prostituting? Why do these things happen if we are the children of God? Let's find out what. 15.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15.
Bring it out.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken.
God says if we did not hearken, the word hearken means to listen. So-called blacks and Hispanics, we don't like to listen to nobody. We didn't listen to God. Go ahead.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day,
What's going to happen?
that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
God said his people will be cursed if he didn't listen to him. Any good parent is going to punish their children when they disobey. We are God's children. You so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, you are God's children. And we didn't listen to him. So now we're cursed. Now we live in the slums, the barrios, the hoods. Read the next verse, 16.
Verse 16, cursed shall thou be in the city.
You so-called black and Hispanics, we are cursed in the cities. Look around you. We don't own nothing. We say this is our block. We say this is our corner. We don't own nothing. We wipe the windows down for pennies on a dollar. God said the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, the Israelites, will be cursed in this city. Now who is that? Not everybody cursed in the city. It's you, it's us. We the ones gang banging on drugs. Right? We turn on the news. Our brothers and sisters is getting shot down in the streets. Why? God says because we did not listen to keep his commandments. It's very simple. Do what God says, we wouldn't be cursed, but we didn't. Read it again.
Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field.
The Bible is very specific. It said God's people will be cursed in the field. Who was in the cotton fields? Who was in the strawberry fields? If you didn't bring enough rubber, they cut off our hands of our children. Who was that? That was the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. We are God's people. We didn't listen to God, and now we curse the fields. But how? We still curse the fields today. The field of work. Our brothers come out to the side of the country, and their job is cleaning people's windows. You are cursed in the field. My sister, habla español solamente English? What's your nationality, my sister? Actually, what's your name? What was that? Jatana, I'm Jair. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
We can shake hands. You see a nationality on this side right here?
Yeah.
What you see it?
What?
Which one is it? So on this side shows you what America says we are.
Yeah.
This side tells you what God says we are. So what does God call you? Which one? If you had to fill up a job application, what would you put?
Bring it out.
Black,
No.
Haitian,
American Indian.
American Indian. This is for the American Indians. That's from the tribe of Gad. In the Bible, don't say I'm gonna come back and save the American Indians. God never said that. You believe in God?
Yeah.
You believe in the Bible?
Yep.
So what does the Bible say is how you get to the kingdom of heaven?
Bring it out.
Yeah, what does the Bible say happened to your people?
We gotta believe. We gotta have our name written in the Lamb Book of Life.
Okay, so give me the gates. Give me the gates. Because not everyone's written.
Yeah.
God is only speaking to a specific nation of people.
Right.
This nation of people, the Israelites.
Right.
You are from the nation of Israel. You are from the tribe of Gad.
Right.
Right.
The only way you can get into the kingdom of heaven is knowing your nationality.
That's right.
Right? Read that.
Revelations chapter 21 and verse 12.
Bring it out.
And had a wall great and high,
It's talking about the kingdom of heaven, a wall great and high. Go ahead.
and had 12 gates.
It had 12 gates. Go ahead.
And at the gates 12 angels.
It says 12 angels at each gate. These gates had bodyguards by them. You ever see? I'm from California, so I live right next to the border. They got something called Border Patrol. The kingdom of heaven, we're going to have our Border Patrol for our nation, the Israelites. Keep reading.
And names written thereof,
What?
which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
It says only the 12 tribes of the children of Israel are going to have a gate to enter the kingdom of heaven. One of those gates is Gad, sis. You say you're Gad. Well, let's see. Let me show you how we know that you are from the tribe of Gad. Give me Genesis, was it 49:19? Because we're going to prove it to you, sis. We're going to prove everything we say out the Bible. You go to church?
Yep.
Do they read the Bible in church?
Yep.
Often?
All the time.
All the time. So what do they say about Gad? Because
I had never heard of that before.
how come?
I don't know.
Isn't it important to know who's going to get to the kingdom of heaven?
Right.
That's pretty important.
Yeah.
If you come on and say, hey God, I'm American Indian, what gate am I going to? Who's that? I don't even know who you are. I never called you American Indian.
Right.
I said those were Gadites.
Right.
You gotta know this.
Yeah.
You got that? Read. So what tribe are you from?
Blackfoot and you.
What happened to that tribe?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
You know what happened to any of the Native American tribes?
No.
You don't know none of that? You don't know your history at all? Well, how old are you?
I'm 30.
You 30? Since I'm 25. So when I was in school, they taught me that someone came and conquered them people.
Oh, well, yeah, I know that.
Okay, so who conquered them people?
Bring it out.
Say it, you gotta say it.
Bring
Our
it
people.
out.
What sign that? Who did this happen to, sis? Look at the bottom. What happened to these people?
Bring it out.
What is this right here?
I gotta go.
Nah, sis, you gotta understand this information. Our people like to shy away from the truth. This is history.
Right.
This happened to our people.
That's
And
right.
we gotta bring it out to show you who you are. This happened to your people, sis. But God tells you why it happened. Read this.
Genesis chapter 49 verse 19.
Bring it out.
Gad,
Gad, sis, what's your name? Jatana. God is talking to you. He said what?
Gad, a troop shall overcome him.
It said a troop shall overcome the Native Americans. This is history. God said just the way I said it, that's exactly the way it happened.
Right.
We've been to school, we know the history. The Americans came and conquered your people, smallpox, right? They went to the boarding schools, said, kill the Indian, save the man.
Right.
They try to erase your history. So now when we see it, like, no, I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say you do it, because they beat it out of you.
Right.
But we can't be shy. We can't be shy away from the truth. This is what happened. God
Right.
said it happened because we are his chosen group of people, and we didn't listen. But
Right.
today, we gotta understand what we gotta do to get out this hellhole we living in.
Right.
Because the Native Americans, we at the bottom of some, I don't know when the last time I seen a Native American. They pushed us so far on the borders of Earth.
Bring it out.
They killed y'all off, killed the buffalo, and they wiped y'all out. I barely seen any Native Americans. I just moved to Colorado. You're like the second one I seen my whole life. They genocide your people, and now we're free to say what happened. Give me 28 and 16. Actually, no, 28, 48. 49, read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 49.
Bring it out.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee.
Sis, this is what happened. God brought in my brother. You speak Spanish only? It says God's gonna send a nation against us. What does that mean? If I say I'm gonna bring a nation against you, what's that mean? Yeah, but for what? To give you a hug, a kiss? What? What's that mean?
Come on, get close.
Come on, sis, you running. You keep on inching back.
I gotta go.
Huh?
I gotta go.
Sis, you ain't got, there's nothing in this world that's more important than the knowledge you're gonna get from right here. Because this is the only thing that's gonna save your life, sis.
I know that's right. But
Well, I got a question for you, sis. Would you consider yourself suicidal?
no.
Why do you say that? Give me Romans 6:23.
Because I won't sacrifice to God.
Huh?
And when it's my time, he's gonna take me. I'm not gonna take myself.
So you say you're not suicidal because you wouldn't do nothing to kill yourself, right?
Hell no.
Let's see what God says. Romans 6:23. Romans 6:23. Let's see what God says, because believe it or not, a lot of our people are suicidal. They didn't even know it.
Right.
Let's see how. Read.
Romans chapter 6, verse 23. For the wages of sin is death.
You got a job, sis?
No, not right now.
Okay. Have you ever had a job?
Yeah.
So what's a wage?
What? Your salary. What
Your
do you get?
salary, right? So how do you earn those wages? What do you got to do?
You gotta put in the work.
You got to put in the work. Read it again.
For the wages of sin
So the wages of sin. So you doing sin is what?
is death.
The payment we get for committing sin is death. This is why I'm saying this is the most important information you can understand, because I'm trying to stop you from killing yourself. But believe it or not, you suicidal, sis. What you got in your hand right now? What you got in your pocket?
Oh, my lighter?
What you got that lighter for?
Because I smoke cigarettes.
You smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
Now, according to the Bible, should we be doing that?
No.
What did God just say? If you do sin, what's gonna happen? How you gonna get paid? If God gonna come back and give you $20, or he gonna kill you? He's gonna kill you. This is why you can't go nowhere, sis. You gonna leave down this sidewalk or whatever and be suicidal and not even know. Read what you got.
1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God?
Sis, it says, God says you are the temple of God. If I go into your house and blew a whole bunch of smoke in there, would you be like, oh, thanks, Uncle, I'm just gonna stay in here? Why not? Why not? You defile my house. When you put that in your lungs, you defile God's temple. So if you don't like someone doing that to your house, why are you doing it to God's house, which is you? That don't make no sense, sis. You killing your... When you buy them cigarettes, what does it say on the back?
Bring it out.
Come on now, you laughing because you know what it says. You suicidal, sis. Sis, you said you weren't suicidal. You know what it says on the back. You know it says it's gonna kill you, and you smoke it anyway. You wanna know why we smoke? Our people are stressed out. Our people are depressed. We see all the conditions we live in, and we hate our own selves. We do these things and kill ourselves. I know brothers that smoke. There's brothers over here that used to smoke. We're not trying to get on you and we ain't trying to spread no hate. We was in your shoes before. We did these things that was against God, but we changed. That's what the whole point why we out here. What? You know how many better things we could be doing on a Saturday? We could be hanging with our family. We can play video games. We could be at the club. We can do all these things. But we here teaching the word of God to save our people's lives. That's what we trying to do, sis. You smoke on that. Why do you smoke? Why do you do that?
Been through a lot of shit.
You been through like what? Like what?
A lot. I've been a year sober, clean from fentanyl.
You've been a year ago? Okay, all praise for that, sis. You've been a year sober from fentanyl. But there's still more steps you gotta take. Because that cigarette no good either.
I know. It just helps me cope. No, I don't.
Give me Acts 22:14 or 14:22. You know what I want? Exhort them. So it's all praise that you cut out that, right, sis? But you need to come around people that's gonna hold you accountable so you can get over this next hump, which is the cigarettes. All right, read this.
Acts 14, verse 22.
Bring it out.
Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith.
How could someone exhort you if you're not around to be exhorted? You can't, right? You gotta be around people that's like-minded, that's gonna better their lives and better the lives around them. That's why we out here. You look at there's a location on the back, right? An address. That's not just us men that's there. We got a school where we teach the truth about the Bible and we hold each other accountable and build each other up and exhort them. Because we have brothers and sisters that have trouble smoking cigarettes. Right? We got brothers and sisters that used to be in gangs. We got sisters that used to be prostitutes. Brothers that used to be gangbangers. But they changed their lives. And you can change your life too, because you said you've been through a lot.
Yeah.
Sis, we all been through a lot. I'm 25. I've been through a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We all going through things, but you need to be around brothers and sisters that's going to build you up and keep you on the straight path.
Right.
Because who's going to stop you from getting back on fentanyl?
I am going to stop me from that.
But how do you know that if no one's going to hold you accountable, sis?
What is a nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models.